Okay, finally, bro. Finally. Was I not gonna work now? Hey guys, sorry for such a long delay. I had technical difficulties like I always do. So yeah. But here's the cut predictions. So I'm just gonna rename the last live stream just the truck predictions. You didn't actually get any cut predictions. There you go. Phew. Okay, sorry. All right, here you go. Let's do this. So we're here with cut predictions with diecast because that's the funnest way to do it, in my opinion. Here. I'm gonna move these back a little. And I know I didn't mean the freaking camera. There we go. Wow. Okay. All right, here you go. So here's the 16 drivers that are competing for the championship this year. So here you go. Let me get a chair. Move my stuff out of the way. All right, so let's start off here. Let's go through everyone. We got Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Christopher Bell, Josh Berry, Joe Logano, Bubba Wallace, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, and don't confuse this with Dale Jr. Alex Bowman. This is an SVG Shane Van Gisbergen car. At least this is recognized. It is actually the Dale Jr. car that he ran in the Pro Invitational Series, but was this the Pro Invitational? Yeah. No, it was the iRacing Series that happened in 21. 21? But yeah. Yeah. But but here are your 16 team. 16. You have the 16 drivers in it. So for the standings, it is as follows: Kyle Larson and William Byron are both tied with 26 points above the cut line. Denny Hamlin's 23 points above the cut line. Ryan Blaney's 20 points is in fourth with 20 points above the cut line. That's pretty high. Bell is at fifth with 17 points above the cut line. SVG sixth with plus 16. Chase Elliott is plus 7. 8 is Briscoe. Chase Briscoe, who's plus 4. But Wallace is plus 9. God, I keep on messing up. 9th is Wallace plus 2. Austin Hendricks 10th plus 2 as well. Rochester and Joe Logano are 11th, 12th, and all in, they are both plus 1 each. So yeah, Josh Berry and Tyler Reddick are both 1 point off, 1 point out. Berry 13th, Reddick 14th, Austin Dillon's 15th, 2 points out, and then Alex Bowman 16th with 5 points out. So yeah, there you go. That's the standings for you. So yeah. But let's do these predictions, shall we? I should turn this down. I'm sorry if I can hear that. I'm just trying to play the live stream so I can see if it's working. Yeah, but let's do this. Man, I'm being energetic again. Come on. So out of 16, we got Darlington. We got Darlington, Gateway, and Bristol. Almost spoiled my pick there for a second. For Darlington, I know he hasn't been as good the last few months, but I am going to go with Kyle Larson win Darlington. So yeah, I think he's going to win that race. Gateway, it's a very Ford-heavy track, and since they've been there, two of the 3 races that they've been raced there for Pep has been Fords. That's one with the only one not being a Ford being Kyle Busch when he won 2023. That was the last one, of course, since then. Logano won in 22, and Cindric won last year. So I think Blaney will win this race. Plus, Penske usually peaks at this point in the year. Yeah, with whoever they have in the playoffs. And Bristol's going to suck, let's be real. Like, it's not going to be a good race because the car sucks at Bristol. Besides that one race. But I do think Wayne Byron's going to win it. Safe pick, but I think Wayne Byron's going to win. So, yeah. Now, who I think will move on? I also to clear the air. I think Denny Hamlin gets through. Chase Elliott's got enough momentum. I think he'll get through. Same thing with Bell. I even say Briscoe will make it through. And I think Reddick. I know he doesn't have any wins, but I think he'll make it through. Even though 2011's been kind of off this year because of the lawsuit going on. And I do think Ross Chastain will advance to the next round. And then I think Logano will advance as well. I know it's an odd number year, but who gives a crap at this point? I do think Bowman will go through. I know he's kind of in the worst spot of everyone, but I think he's at the Hendrick car, so I think that'll help at least. And then for the final spot, I'm actually going to take Bubba Wallace to go through. So, yeah. Now, here's how I think it's going to be eliminated. I got Cindric, Dillon, Barry, and Gisbergen. Cindric, I mean, I think he can be decent at these tracks, but Gateway is definitely his best shot to win. But Cindric's low-key been kind of off the last few months, so yeah. Austin Dillon, on the other hand, Austin Dillon, he was kind of in a rough spot in the points coming in to get that Richmond win, and it actually counts towards the playoffs this time. I think Austin Dillon, I think he could get to the round 12, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see RCR making it that far. Josh Berry had a good start to the year. I think there's like a mile and a half on the schedule, like Vegas, like one out of Texas, or like a Charlotte Oval to be specific. Even Atlanta is completely different from the other mile and a halves. Barry, I think, could make it through at that point, but I just don't see Barry making it through. The SCG, I think, has a lot of momentum. I think he makes it through this round. He will make the round of 8 because he's got the Roval on there. But SCG, I just think he just has not been as good at the other tracks. That's not the road courses. So, yeah, all the non-road courses, I guess. But yeah. But I think SVG, he's got a lot of momentum. I just don't know how he can do it at the other tracks. So, and now we have the next round. Here's the next round. Get a good look at it while you can. I probably shouldn't have picked 2 other batteries cars because I might get really confused, especially with this poor camera quality. But yeah. But here's the round 12. Different from the past. New Hampshire. It starts in New Hampshire, and then at Kansas, and then at the Roval. For Kansas, for New Hampshire, I think this is Christopher Bell's best track. I know he hasn't won since he had that 3 track, since he won his 3-race winning streak at the beginning of the season. But Bell's really good in New Hampshire. It's hard to bet against him there. So I will go Christopher Bell to make it on to the next round. And then for Kansas, I think could be anyone, honestly. Kansas, I think that'll be a really good race. I'm going to go Denny Hamlin to win that race, though. He's really good at Kansas. I think I trust him. So, yeah. And then the Roval. I think you definitely see AJ Allman win that race. I don't think it's going to be a playoff if everyone wins the race. Like someone in the class at that point. I do think it'll be this guy who wins the Roval. It's hard to bet against him at road courses at this point. SVG. Wait, sorry. Where's the camera? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think SVG is going to win the Roval. I definitely see Allman winning it because that's his best track, but we'll see. I think makes it through this round. I think Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, William. I don't have enough momentum to make it through the next round. Same thing with Jason Ellis. But these are also two drivers. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go with Briscoe, and I'm actually going to go with Bubba Wallace to make it through. He's been really good lately. I think he could carry that momentum into this round. So, yeah. So now here are eliminations. We have Reddick, Chastain, Logano, and Bowman. Reddick, I mean, he's definitely he hasn't been bad this year. He's been still pretty good, but let's be real, he doesn't want to race. I think that's going to hurt him with less playoff points. So I do think Reddick will miss the round of 8 this year. Plus, like I said, 2211 is in a lawsuit. So what the frick? What the heck, man? Freaking Echo just went off. It's an Amazon tablet, so it'll do that sometimes. I don't freaking hurt. Yeah. But Reddick, man, he just doesn't have enough momentum without a win. Rochester, on the other hand, plus, I mean, 27 is not getting charter paid right now. So, yeah. Although they could be after tomorrow, but I don't think that's going to happen. Rochester, on the other hand, Chastain, he's been good this year. But, I just don't think he's been pretty good this year. But Trackhouse, I mean, he got 2 of the 3 cars in class, which the one he didn't get in was Suarez, of course. But I think he's really gonna come over here again. Sorry, the door is so noisy. But Chastain, I mean, why am I on a different? No, I don't. Why is it on a different document? Sorry. Good lord. Oh my god. Technology is not working in my favor tonight. Chastain, I just don't see him making it to the next round. I just don't think he has enough momentum. I mean, he's been good this year, like I said. He got that win or the Coke 600. I just don't think he's gonna make it through. Logano, I mean, he got that one win at Texas. If it weren't for that, I mean, he probably still make the playoffs, but it's an odd year for Logano. It's just that conspiracy, which is actually kind of true. I guess thinking about it, I just don't think he's gonna make it past the round of 12 this year. Bowman, I mean, he's been kind of up and down this season. I just don't think he's gonna make it through next round. But yeah, he make it to the round of 8? I just don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, especially with no win. But yeah, last but not least, just kidding. It's not second to last, but that's second to not least. Wait, what? We have the round of 8, which is going to be a pretty chaotic round, if anything. So, yeah. They're going to Las Vegas, Talladega, and Martinsville. Vegas, I think, is definitely like the one that you got to win, or else it's fight for your life at that point. Because Talladega is obviously anyone can win that race. Martinsville is almost always a chaotic race. What do you think it happened? Hail Melon shot I mentioned. Why did I say like that? Yeah, because we all know the Hail Melons happened, the Kansas Logano stuff. The Kevin Harvick back in 2020. Hamlin versus Bowman. Last year with Bell trying to breaking the law. And then who else? It's short track racing. Him and Logano a few years ago. 2018, Truex versus Logano. 2017 is Chase Elliott and all that. It's a chaotic race, that's for sure. Yeah. I'm scratching my eyes. You'll hear that in the background. But anyways, let's do this. So for Vegas, Jamie Hamlin, I think he'll actually secure a spot to the next round before he needs to go to the Doom track in Martinsville. Always dooms him at this point. Yeah, because something always happens there. Let's be real. For Talladega could be anyone, but you know what? I don't think it's gonna be a playoff driver that wins the race. Let me go get this car open. I think it's. Come on, bro. I messed the setup up again. Sorry, that's just everything's working against me tonight. Good God. I'm so freaking over this, bro. I love doing this, but man, everything's just so freaking working in my not working my favor tonight, and I messed the setup up. Great. Okay. There. Can y'all see that? Okay, y'all can actually that's actually a better angle. Once I get the cars moved, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but I do think Cody Ware. No, I'm kidding. I think it's actually going to be Chris Buescher. I think he's actually going to win the race. I mean, I think he's going to win out. I think he's definitely due for a win at this point. I know he didn't make the playoffs, so it's kind of a chaotic playoff. Kind of chaotic this year, but for RFK, considering the playoffs has been crazy. I mean, Brax got the best of the year, and then Buescher and Priest were just on the bubble and all that, which they would have gotten in if it weren't for a few upset winners, and if it weren't for SVG winning all those Pro Course races. Yeah. There you go. But there's that. Now for Martinsville, this is gonna be a crazy race. I bet. I think Ryan Blaney's gonna win. I mean, he won it. I think he won 23. So yeah, I think Blaney will move on to the next round. I think he'll win Martinsville. Yeah. Now who moves on? This is really tough. Honestly, I think all these drivers can move on. Or good chunk of these drivers can move on. I'm actually gonna go with the 200 guys that is trust the most: Kyle Larson and William Byron. And here's the thing to be like. Bell's been great this year, but I just think it's going to come down to the wire like it did last year. I don't think he's going to hail Mel this time because he knew what he did last time. Chase Elliott, on the other hand, um, he's been definitely. I'd argue he's probably been the most consistent driver this year. He only has one win though, which kind of is a little concerning considering not as many playoff points. But I think he could. Let's just I don't know. We'll see. But I think he's been good this year. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I just don't think he's going to make it through the round of 8. Or past the round of 8, so I say. And then Chase Briscoe, he's actually turning on. He actually really got going. He's actually quietly really good. But I don't think he's gonna make it through. The same thing as Elliott. He only has one win. I think that with less playoff points, that's gonna hurt. But yeah. And then Bubba, on the other hand, Bubba is definitely like one of those drivers that like could be a Cinderella story, but I still think he's gonna make it through. He probably like 8th seed at that point. But yeah. Sorry. Apparently that dude was brushing his teeth. It was my dad, bro. Anyways, now championship 4 last year for now will be at Phoenix. We have either Denny Hamlin, who's been looking for a championship for over 20 years at this point, Ryan Blaney, who could go second win in 3 years, and also keep Penske's streak up of winning every single next gen championship. Kyle Larson, he could win on any given day, obviously, and William Byron, who he could definitely win it too. I could see any of these drivers win the championship. To be honest with you. So yeah. Now who's it going to be? That's a tough one. It's at Phoenix. Phoenix actually was a pretty good race when I went in Springs. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be William Byron. I just don't see it happening. I think he could definitely do it, but I just don't see him win the championship. And I do not think Penske's going to keep their streak going. And that's either Hamlin or Larson. Who's it going to be? I'm going to take out the car that I think is not going to win this race. Good God, why are they so loud outside? Now, who I think is going to win the championship? Here's the driver who I think is going to win. I'm going to actually take the driver I don't think is going to win out. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, bro. I predicted this 2 years ago. It did not come true. I think it's probably going to happen. I think Denny Hamlin's going to win the NASCAR championship this year. It's got to happen at some point, man. Denny Hamlin, I mean, for how old he is, he's like 44, I think. He's still racing incredibly well. Like, he's still racing really well, especially for his age. Like, Kyle Busch fell off. And at 44, he might be retired at that point, unfortunately. I mean, most drivers at his age, they don't do so well once they hit their 40s. Denny Hamlin, I mean, this is the peak. He's at the peak of his career, in my opinion. Yeah. Him and Kyle Busch are the opposite problems. Kyle Busch wins championships, we're used to, but can't win the Daytona 500. Denny Hamlin wins Daytona 500, at least he used to as well, but can't win championships. But yeah, if Denny Hamlin finally gets over that hump, I think it's got to happen at some point. I think he's going to win championships, yeah. Probably part of the reason he's probably racing so good still. I mean, he's fighting for that championship. He's been fighting for forever, so yeah. Anyways, those are my predictions for the playoffs this year. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I'm so sorry about all the technical difficulties, but yeah. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day, and goodbye. See you next one. Peace.